Wa alaikum assalam. I'm ready to dive. I love that. It's such a powerful skill because most people are just waiting for their turn to speak rather than actually listening. Where do you want to I'm listening. To me, effective listening is about more than just hearing the words someone is saying. It's about listening for the things they aren't saying, the tone, the emotion, make the other person feel like they're the only person in the room and that scene. Does that feel right to you? Because it's the foundation of trust. If you don't feel heard, you don't feel valued. And actually listens to you, it opens up a space where you can be honest and vulnerable because you know you're not just being processed. Hearing is basically just a physical process. It's your ears picking up sound waves. You can is a conscious choice. It's when you take those sounds and meaning and intent. It's the difference between having background noise. I think a bit most people are so busy rehearsing what they're going to say next that they stop actually hearing the person in front of them. There's also the ego. Sometimes we're more interested in solving the problem or giving advice than just sitting with the person and their experience. It's a lot easier to fix something than it is to just listen. A good listener is someone who has patience and genuine curiosity. They don't rush the other person or try to fill every silence. They're also observant, catching those little shifts in body language or tone that tell the but probably the most important thing is empathy, the ability to stay present and actually care about how the other person is feeling, not just what they're saying. Do you think it's harder to be a good listener when you're personally invested in the topic? It basically acts as a bridge. When you actively listen, you're telling the other person, I see you, and what you're saying matters to me. That creates a deep sense of psychological safety. When people feel safe, they open up more, trust grows, and those little misunderstandings that usually spiral into arguments tend to get resolved much faster because you're actually understanding the root of the problem instead of just reacting to the words. Do you feel like you've had a relationship? I was just wondering if you've ever had someone in your life it's half of the conversation. Body language is how we can landing. A simple nod, leaning in, or even just maintaining eye contact tells the other person you're present without you having to say a word. Someone is telling you something heart-wrenching while you're looking at your phone or crossing your arms. The message they receive isn't "I'm listening," it's "I'm bored" or "I'm closed off." It's basically the Visual it's how your backs up your words. When you lean in or nod, you're signaling to the other person's brain that you're engaged and safe. It's like a silent way of saying, keep going, I'm with you. If your body is facing away, it doesn't matter how many times you say, I'm listening, the other person will feel that disconnect. I'm guessing you mean how you can improve your communication skills overall? One of the best ways to start is by practicing reflective listening, where you repeat back a summary of what the person just said in your own words. It ensures you understood them and makes them feel the part or the speaking part. The first thing is to be intentional about your environment. Put the phone face down or move it out of sight. It's amazing how just having a screen in your line of vision can make your brain wander. But the bigger distractions are internal. You have to consciously decide to push those I need to say this thoughts to the side and just let the other person finish. It's about creating a little bubble where nothing else exists but that conversation. Do you find it harder to ignore the things around you or the thoughts popping up in your head? I'm not sure I quite caught that. Did you mean that listening under stress is harder or is something else? My bad. I must have. Are you saying that when things get stressed? Absolutely. Trust is everything. It's the actual glue that holds a conversation together. When someone knows you're listening without judgment, they stop filtering themselves. And that's when you get to the real honest stuff. Do you think it's built in one big moment, or is it just a collection of 1,000 tiny moments of being heard? I think there was a little glitch in the transcription there. I'm guessing you were asking how to practice active listening, and Delhi probably just slipped in. Do you want to keep going with that? That's the wrap this up. I think the biggest lesson is that listening isn't about the right answer, it's about providing the right presence. People usually don't need us to solve their problems, they just need to know they aren't alone in them. When you're giving them one of the most valuable things you can possibly offer. Does that feel like a good closing note for your project? Allah Hafiz. That was a beautiful way to wrap it up.